Got it. Hello, 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 my beautiful, amazing souls. And welcome to Friday the 13th, where we are offering collective messages for anyone that is called to this space. So if these messages are for you, how am I having? Okay, anyways, back to the Friday the 13th this year is happening on a beautiful, beautiful energy because we are just beginning the year. We're coming to the January energy of feeling the space around us beginning to expand as we feel the energies inside us cultivating to begin to see the longer days are on the horizon. The sun will begin to set a little bit later in the day. We'll begin to start seeing a change in the wind, so to speak. And so this message that comes to you today from Spirit is very much in alignment with the winds of change and exactly how we can ride those. So to begin, I pulled from the Dream Reading cards. It's an oracle deck by Rosa and Sarah of these cards. And we start with the leadership card, paired with the renewal and the rebirth. And when this leadership card first came forward, it reminded me of back in August, this card initially came out. And it was very much this energy of stepping into my power, of being able to feel like a cultivation of the energies that I had been working on growing, and being able to step into these powers and feeling the call to be the person that I knew I was here to be, but not feeling confident, not feeling ready. It was like hearing the call, but then questioning every ripple of that call. And so because I chose rather to lean into the confidence and the knowing of my leadership, I did in some sorts, in some aspects, but a lot of me leaned into that that unknowing, that how do I do this? How do I step into this? I know I have this leadership quality within me, but how do I fulfill that role? And allowing it to sort of become this place of overwhelm. It put me through a rebirth in life. It really did challenge me. And I found that the things that I wanted to show up to be a leader for were no longer resonating in the way that they once did, or that I found myself being curious about what exactly it meant for me to be a leader, and I saw the ways that I was showing up in my own spaces as a leader, but in ways that I wanted to be able to feel confidently aligned with what I was doing. And so I feel like since that space of feeling the call to be the leader and to allow myself to see with authenticity where change needs to occur, to be able to truly be in this authentic leadership space, we have called upon that inner ancient wisdom that lives from beyond, from within. And one of the many ways that we have come to find this ancient wisdom has been through the practice of surrender and to lean into the gratitude of the everyday, of the blessings that we hold in every moment, and to see that it's okay to show up however it is that you feel. To be authentic is to be beautiful, and to be real is to be human, and to be here now is the gift and the blessing. And to be able to see that you can train to be a leader, you can take classes, you can show up, you can have opportunities to learn from other leaders. But when it comes time for you to show up to be, when the day comes for you to stand in that role, you are writing the page as you go. And so you can utilize the wisdom that you have learned along the way from your past teachers, from the experiences that you have learned to grow and expand your abilities. But when that day comes, it is you. You are the one that shows up. You are the one that creates, that writes that page, that shows what that leadership looks like. And so I guess the overall message from this dreaming oracle is to remind yourself that the transformation that you are going through is beautifully divine. It's going exactly as it's meant to, as it was designed. And in a sense, you're being asked to be an oracle in your own life, in the sense that you have the ability to see where you have been. You have the ability to reflect upon the lessons that you have gone through to become the person that you are today, just as much as you have that ability to look forward into the future, to dream where it is that you want to go and who it is that you desire to be, while maintaining that beautiful presence in this now moment of saying, I am grateful. I am filled with gratitude for the gifts that I hold now, that I have in this beautiful space. And you let this gratitude grow and expand in the present. And it's really beautiful. So continue standing in that gratitude, continue leaning in to the things that you are full-heartedly grateful and appreciative for, and don't be afraid to share those gratitudes and those appreciations, because you, my dear friend, might find that moving forward you really are going on a new adventure. It's like, it's not even the page of a new journey, it's like a whole new lifetime beginning for you. And it's like this lifetime that you are stepping into, this path, this journey, it's unlike anything you've experienced up until now, because it's something you've only dreamed of. And it's all going to move at its divine pace. But right now, you have the ability to dream and to see where it is that you want to go. And yes, there may be, rocks on the horizon. There may be dangers in the water. There may be, predators in the sky. There may be all kinds of things around. But right now you see the inner glow, the beauty of the unknown. And it's like, in a sense, a blank page, that anything is possible. That for as deep and as dark as the scary things can go, is just as high and as bright as the excitement can grow. There is a bit of an energy here about still sort of being stuck in the past, of thinking about the different scenarios, the relationships, the opportunities, the ways that you choose to spend your time with who and where and why, so to speak, that you had a vision of how you thought things might go, or of how you wanted it to be. And, those things are just not, they're just not happening the way you thought they would. They just simply aren't. And you're beginning to see that they can't, right? Because when you dream of going on a new journey, it's like, have you try to remember the first vacation you went on, or the first time you left your family, the first time you went off on your own thing, and you probably planned before you left. Maybe you had an agenda, maybe you paid for a trip or a conference or a camp, or maybe it was a family adventure. Whatever it is, you had a certain expectation, right? But then you showed up to the event and it created itself. It was a whole new thing. There are things that happened that you figured, would happen along the way. But how many things happened that were unexpected, that were beautiful, that were, gritty, that were that created the memories, right? And so that's where you are. That's where you are now. You're creating the memories. And so just reminding yourself as you go that it's okay to feel disappointed or frustrated or misguided by the expectations that you have. And it's okay to fear the unknown. It's okay to have to see the demons, so to speak. But don't let that stop you from singing your heart song, from beating your drum, from sharing your light, from dancing in the moonlight. Okay, don't let the for as negative as the light goes, as bright as it shines, let there be you in the middle, and recognizing that the contrast between the light and the dark within your life is what makes the image so beautiful. Okay, just a few more messages and then I am done with this collective Friday the 13th for you guys today. We're going to dive into our shadows because our shadows have been trying to teach us something for a while now. And if you're unfamiliar with your shadow, this is an aspect of your being, a part of your soul that sometimes we choose to disassociate with, or we choose to ignore, or not want to look at, or maybe accept about ourselves. Normally, these are things that we know, we're conscious of, we're aware of. Sometimes they're not, it just really depends. But either way, there's an aspect of you, parts of you, that you've been being guided to release. You've been being called to step up to let go. And you have sat and reverenced these parts of you, these pieces that need to be let go of. You have given yourself the chance to really say, I hold space and I honor you. But it is time to show up for the final ceremony of release, to allow you to be the one that plays the final song, that sings the last note, that closes the book, and that sends the spirit off for the night. And pick up your lantern when you leave, sending your gratitude and knowing that all of those spirits, those old parts of you, those things that you are releasing, that they're going off into the universe exactly where they are meant to be, and they can always be a part of you in whatever way they need to be, but that it will be a part of you as a memory, and that you walk forward light and free. Because your shadow really is encouraging you to step away, to allow yourself to release and to move forward into the unknown, into the mystery, into the spaces that call you, into the spaces that scare you because they inspire you, they motivate you, they make you feel something. And being encouraged to allow yourself to find this curiosity within life, within that unknown. There's also a message here about really being comfortable in your skin, being comfortable in your own uniqueness, and really stepping away from any ideas of what you need to be, because you need to be you. You need to be who you are. And how do you know who you are? How do you know who you are unless you allow yourself to show up, unless you allow yourself to step away and to step into new things and to evolve and to grow? You have magic inside you. You have a very special bit of magic to share with this world. And it's your job to find it. It really is. It's your responsibility. You owe it to yourself, your star family, your mission, your path, your purpose, to find that magic and to share it with the world and to lean into it in whatever way works for you, but not to judge it, not to hold it back or to stifle it, Okay. I have a message here for my divine feminines. And I do feel it's appropriate, as our beautiful Amanda did share with us, that today, Friday the 13th, is also an honorary representing the Divine Feminine Day. And I just think it's funny that this other tarot deck for the Divine Feminines, we also pull the Fool. I don't know if I said that. This was the Fool card. And then from the Fool card, okay? So Divine Feminines, if you were curious or had any doubts or questions, yes, you are going off on a new journey, on a new adventure, on a new path for yourself. And allow yourself to be, it's like, find that magic that exists in this space. On page 0 of a book, you don't even know what the possibilities all quite are yet. You can't even breathe into your dreams what could be, because you're just now stepping into the breath. You're just now getting there and getting into this space of wow, what could go in this book? What could go in this life? Where could it possibly go? What can we do? And it's funny because it's 2 different decks, right? But a very similar message. This new life is going to cost you your old one. It really is. You're going to have to release the burdens and the pains and the you don't need to take your judgments forward with you. They just aren't serving you anymore. They're not doing you any good. They're not keeping you safe. They're not preventing you from experiencing any of the things that you have. You've experienced what was meant for you in life. And this new journey is meant for you just as much. And so it's going to happen no matter what you do, whether you release the things or not. But Spirit's just guiding you to say this adventure is going to be much more in the flow, so to speak, if you allow yourself to honor those past endeavors, honor the things that didn't work out, honor the things that made you who you are, with an energy of complete release and surrender. And then the final card here for you, my divine feminines, is the Empress. The creative divine feminine energy that exists within you at all times has the ability to move mountains, that has the ability to create through stone, that can grow a flower through a concrete slab, that can move a river through an entire you have it in you. But the Mother Earth, the main river, she does not try to control her current. She does not ask when the sky is going to rain. She does not wonder when the beaver will build its dam. She adapts and she flows with it as it goes, with the changing of the tides and the animals that come and the energies that flow. She adapts, she moves, and she breathes into every moment. She feels into when the tide picks up, she lets it roar. And when the tide sinks down and freezes, she slows and she welcomes in the moment of peace. And it's realizing that there is no good or bad in the fast pace or the frozen stillness, but rather it all simply is. And it is beautiful and divine because it exists and because you get the opportunity to experience it. For those of you that know anything about my beautiful Bluebird Lenormand deck, I did feel inspired to pull a couple cards from this deck as well. And the Lenormand is more of just like a little bit of wisdom and inspiration that could represent signs and synchronicities for you. So if any of these stand out, let them be something that speaks. The first card that we have is card number 26, and it's the Book. And it says, the unopened book weaves stories concealed. When pages are read, the truth is revealed. The book guards tales of inner emotion. Blessed are the words of deep devotion. And we also have card number 1, which is the Cavalier. This also gives me Knight of Cups energy. It says, heed well good news from the Cavalier. Impassioned views promise good cheer. Sadness that hides veiled in the day, once disguised, soon flies away. We have card number 30, which says lilies. Lilies are white, green leaves surround. The outlook is bright, and passion will abound. When this card rests higher, it means good disposition. The card resting lower is a dubious position. And the final card from the Letterman deck for you guys today is the dog. The dog is card number 18, and it says, man's best friend, faithful and true, his soul he'd lend and trust to you. A pat on the head delights the old boy and rewards you greater with loyalty and joy. This new path, this new book, this new journey, it is blessed and it is guided. And there's a lot more written than you might expect. But there is no doubt that this book entails companionship that is left without travail. It will be something that is loyal and guarded and true. And the overall message is to trust in what is real. All right, my dear, beautiful, amazing souls. That is all that I have for you today. Thank you all so much for allowing me to deliver these messages to you on this Friday the 13th in our Tarot and Chill space. If you are catching this live and you would like to join us in the Zoom room, please click the link in my profile and join us in the Discord. The link is in there to join us on the Zoom. We're going to finish tonight off with some face masks, some self-care, and lots of love. And I'm sending you all off with a namaste. I hope you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. Keep an eye out for some updates here in the near future, and I will catch you all next time. Bye.